Get off of your chair, awesome this year, I promise it's here. So watch, rate, comment, and share. And click the sub, listen up, I'm telling you all of this because it's just begun. Hit me with some videos from Ziggy Guns.
Yo, Ziggy here, bringing you week 6 fantasy start and sit 'em. I'm gonna make this a quick little short one. Sorry I didn't bring you anything on Thursday for Thursday night. Got a late start, almost didn't do this series this week, but so if you were watching a replay of a game, an old Madden gameplay, sorry about that, didn't get anything new. So week 6, alright, let's go ahead and start. The bye week teams: Carolina, Chicago, Jacksonville, New Orleans. Obviously don't play any of the players, don't forget to make sure you change your lineups. QBs too, on the stardom this week, Matt Ryan, he has a good matchup, should do real good. Go start him with confidence. Kevin Cobb, I think is going to have a good game. Buffalo's been giving up a lot of points. I figured Arizona should score a lot. Dalton playing Cleveland. Usually when these two teams meet up, it's always a scoring fest, so start Dalton. I know he had a bad game last week, but should bounce back. On the sit-em list, RG3, he should be back, but I just think he's not. He's been kind of struggling lately anyways, even prior to the injury. Obviously he's hurt. Minnesota has a pretty good defense so far, so I would suggest sitting him. And here's two guys that I know I'm going to get a lot of shit from, especially from ChzBiz. Sit Tony Romo. He's playing Baltimore. You know, I know last time I said sit him, he wound up going off on the Giants. I just got a feeling that he's not going to do that good. And here's the biggest shock of all. Sit Tom Brady. Yeah, I did say it. Sit Tom Brady. Tom Brady, obviously if you have him, you're not going to sit him. He's an elite fantasy quarterback. Should be no reason why you should sit him, but I think the matchup's pretty tough. Seattle plays very well at home. Also, one thing about New England this year, they've been running the ball a lot lately. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but Brady hasn't been throwing the 300+ yards anymore because he actually has a running game. So 220 yards, 2 touchdowns is like right now what Tom Brady is, and Seattle doesn't give up that much points anyways. But if they are going to give up points on the ground, you know, it could be a fantasy, you know, average quarterback from a performance from Brady. So that's the reason why I put him on the sit list. Obviously, if you haven't though, don't worry about it. But you know, I'm going to go ahead and stick with the sit 'em. So running backs. All right, Ryan Matthews, you got to start him. This is on the start list first. Ryan Matthews. San Diego's been starting to run the ball lately. Obviously, he's starting to get healthier. They're playing Denver, giving up some big yardage on the ground. Starting him. Atlanta's Michael Turner. He's actually starting to run pretty good recently. He should continue that this week against Oakland. They've been giving up some you know, yards on the ground, so start him. And Donald Brown, Colts running back against the Jets. Jets can't stop the run right now. I don't know what's going on with their defense, but they're all of a sudden they can't tackle, so start him. He should have a good game. On the sit-em list, Steven Jackson. I think you know, obviously St. Louis is doing pretty good, but Miami has a pretty good rush defense, and right now they really are stopping these running backs, and Steven Jackson should struggle. Sean Green, you know, Colts, you know, usually you would think that they give up yards, but Sean Green's just been horrendous. Him and Chris Johnson are battling worst running back performances this year by, you know, running backs without competition behind them. You know, so Sean Green, very bad. And then Darren McFadden, you know, he has a okay matchup against Atlanta, but I think Atlanta's offense is going to come out strong right away. And that means that they're probably going to be playing from behind, and McFadden, if he's going to have an impact, it's going to be in the air. So I don't expect much from him in the ground game. So, you know, sit him. On the starting wide receiver, Torrey Smith, I think he's going to have a great game against the Dallas secondary. So I will start him. Here's a name that probably not many people know, Andre Roberts for the Arizona Cardinals. Buffalo's been giving up a lot of points in the air. Obviously, Fitzgerald should have a big game, but I would not be surprised if Roberts gets in there and sneaks like 7 catches, 110-yard performance, maybe even a touchdown. He's been getting a lot of targets the last couple of weeks, so I would suggest starting him. And of course, Percy Harvin. Percy Harvin's been doing fantastic, and he still, like I said, has a pretty good matchup right now against the Washington Redskins. So start him. And on the sit-em list, there's going to be a couple of shocking ones. Reggie Wayne obviously came up with a huge performance, but like I said, I think they're going to be running all over the Jets. So if they do throw the ball, you know, Reggie Wayne could get, you know, 60, 70 yards, but I don't think he's going to have a huge game or as big a game as you hope against the Jets. I think Cromartie would probably limit him on the end zone. So sit Reggie Wayne. Miles Austin, again, Baltimore's defense is very good. Miles Austin is probably going to be getting a lot of attention, and Dez Bryant would probably be the guy you probably want to start over him. And then Pierre Garçon, Washington, like I said, RG3 is probably going to struggle this game, and that means essentially Pierre Garçon is probably going to be the receiver that's not going to get much help. So that's the Stardom Sit 'em list for week 6. Thank you. Good luck in your fantasy teams, and yeah, peace.